Hello there and welcome along to Hive Live Extra, your place for exclusive reaction and analysis following Watford's 2-0 victory over Wycombe Wanderers. A goal in either half from Andre Gray to seal the victory for the Hornets this evening. And I'm joined here in the Hive Live studio by two former Hornets in Richard Johnson and Tommy Mooney. And Tommy, that was just what the doctor ordered, I think, wasn't it, after Saturday lunchtime?
Yeah, it was. The most important thing is the 3 points. We've said that many occasions. But at times tonight, I thought they played some nice football, and two really good finishes from Andre Gray. And I think Wycombe huffed and puffed, and we played the way that we expected them to. But eventually, we got the hang of dealing with the big guy up front.
Yes, certainly so. What pleased you the most, Jono?
Like Tommy said, tonight was all about getting the 3 points after the result against Bournemouth. But I never really thought we looked in any trouble. Obviously, there was a few sort of set pieces and direct balls up to the front man. But overall, I thought it was a very professional performance. And yeah, we could have had another couple of goals, to be honest.
Yeah, just on the physicality that Wycombe brought with them, how well do you think we coped on that side of things, Tommy? Because here in the studio, it's what we expected in the run-up to kick-off. We did talk about it. But yeah, how well do you think they coped out there tonight? Yeah,
well, you know what you're going to get from Gareth's teams. You've got to match them with your work rate and your desire. And I felt we did that. They had at the start of the game was more Wycombe than it was Watford, which surprised me a little bit. But then we grew into the game, and certainly, we got in behind them a couple of times, and some real good quality combinations with Sarr and Feminier down the right-hand side. Not so much down the left tonight, but as long as you score the goals and win the games, that's fine.
Yeah, and I suppose an extra layer of satisfaction for you, John, in your new role within the academy. We're seeing João Pedro get a run out there.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? League debut at 21. I know we were talking off air that obviously players involved now at the academy will look at that and think, yes, there is an opportunity here for me. So it's about keeping a level head now for him and working hard in training and see if there's more opportunities coming in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and actually on that subject, Tommy, it was a night where we saw that this team really does have some depth.
Yeah, and we've also seen, depending on the injury with Cleverley, we're going to need it. It's a squad that gets promoted, it's not a team. And we've said many times, I think, you could argue that Norwich have got the best 11. I think we've got the best squad. It's how you use it and how you're allowed to use it, because injuries can happen at any time to any player. So, that's another obstacle that we've got to overcome.
Well, we're all about exclusive content here on Hive Live Extra, so with that, let's get some post-match reaction. Well, after tonight's victory, there's only one person we could really invite here into the Hive Live studio, and that is the main man himself, Andre Gray. Congratulations. I bet that feels good, doesn't it, after the frustration you experienced as a side against Bournemouth last Saturday?
Yeah, it's a big relief for me personally. And obviously we were really frustrated on Saturday, so we wanted to bounce back, so we managed to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a team it was a great win, but you've said it there. For you personally, couldn't really have gone much better this evening, could it?
No, obviously I would have liked to have got one more, but still happy to get the two. But yeah, look, it's a funny game. I think I've played better this season and not scored, but obviously today I got the two, so people probably look at it a lot different now.
Well, yeah, you say there perhaps you feel you've had better performances and not scored, which perhaps alludes to it being a confidence issue maybe. We've had Tom Deli-Bashiru here in the studio tonight, your teammate, your friend off the pitch, and he said no one's ever doubted your ability, but when you look at the confidence side of things, do you feel like tonight's goals will have brought a certain amount of relief?
Yeah, I hope so. Look, football is a lot based on confidence, and let's get it right. If I don't play, and when I do play and I'm not scoring, even though I'm playing well at times, I'm a striker and I want to score. So I think as the season wears on, I probably did start to doubt myself a little bit. So yeah, I just tried to blank everything out of my mind. And yeah, just do what I can do at the end of the day. It either goes in or it doesn't. And obviously I've had 2 great assists as well today, and things have changed quite quickly. And football works like that, it changes so fast. Obviously Saturday I'm not happy I didn't come on. And then today João got suspended and I played and scored 2 goals. So it's part and parcel of football. It changes really quickly, and you just got to stay on top and keep working hard.
Yeah, but you've said there yourself, you've had moments where you have doubted yourself, but how do you get that mental strength to go out there and do that tonight?
It's obviously difficult. I think I lost the first 2 balls that come to me in the first half before the goal. But again, I think it's just maybe a bit of experience, just trying to read the game. We knew they were going to sit off and we were going to have a lot of the ball. So I think instead of me coming short and trying to link play, just to stretch it and let the midfielders do that, and for me to just stay on the shoulder. And obviously just hope the ball comes and just trying to find that composure. And sometimes you just need a little tap in like the first one maybe, and just to take the weight off your shoulders. And yeah, it gets like that in football. I've been there before at my other clubs when I've gone 5, 6, 7 games consecutive starting and not scoring, and next thing you know you score 2, 3 and you go on from there and everyone forgets. So hopefully that's the case.
Do you think with the second finish the confidence was there then because you'd scored the first?
Yeah, probably, yeah. I think
it was so composed the way you took it. Yeah, it just looked like there was a bit of a difference in
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's the difference. I think you get the one and then you feel like, you know what, the weight's lifted off my shoulders now. I could probably shoot from 30 yards and because I've got that confidence boost. And yeah, it's easy to say it's confidence now, but I've just been trying to do the right things and just get in the right positions. And obviously the way we play and the amount of crosses we get across the box, it was just about trying to stay in between the net and hopefully one comes across like it did and managed to put it in this time.
Yeah, Tom was saying here in the studio as well, you train so well, and we saw that with all the players, the way they huddled around you after that first goal. It's like they know what you can do and they're really, really rooting for you. Is that the feeling you get? Yeah,
look, I think obviously fans and whatever won't see what happens day to day in training, and I'm giving my best, and I think I'm older now, so more about the team. I think I sort of showed that against Blackburn when I had to come on and do a different sort of job, and it was a tough game. So just trying to keep the ball in the corner, and things have changed now for me. João's obviously been picked over me, and he's done absolutely unbelievable. And I'm just trying to help him and help the team. You know what I mean? And I'm older now. I'm nearly 30, like I said. So he's changed a bit. So I think obviously the boys have always stuck by me, and hopefully they see that I am trying and giving my all and doing what I can for the team, and not just being selfish, you know what I mean, and just trying to score for my own back. And look, we've got a job and we want to get promoted, so just do whatever it takes.
You mentioned there about the impact you had against Blackburn. I suppose tonight was the first real chance you had from the word go in the new system, 4-3-3. Do you feel like that brings out a really good side in you as a player?
Yeah, look, I played there. I haven't played there much. I played there mostly my first year at Brentford. And I enjoy it because it gives me the chance to just stay on the shoulder. But it's the same with 4-4-2. I'd just like to be on the shoulder, you know what I mean? So obviously tonight with the 3 in midfield, I tried to get Phillips sort of stand in front of me, you know what I mean? So I don't have to come and link play. Obviously I have to do it sometimes, but just to let the midfielders and the wingers come inside and let me just stay on the shoulder and make those runs. And obviously with the quality that we have, we're going to get found in them little areas, and I think we've seen that for the second goal, where I just stayed away and just tried to make the run on the shoulder.
Yeah, it was a system that you looked very comfortable in, and we were saying it here, we think you might have given Cisco a bit of a selection headache come the next game.
Yeah, possibly, but look, like I said, João's done fantastic. He's really grew into himself, and it comes with consistency, you know what I mean? He's played 4 games in a row, and that confidence comes, you know what I mean? You settle down in the team and you understand your role a bit more, and you know what I mean? He's done unbelievable, and he's got a great future. So whatever the manager picks, he picks.
It sounds like really healthy competition for you, though. You know, it's enabling you to get the best out of your game now as well.
No, of course, and look, it's like the torch is being passed on when the younger boys come through like that. You know what I mean? And it's about helping them. I'm not going to sit there and be bitter and wish that he doesn't score, because I want him to do well. I really like him. We get on really well, and he's like a younger brother. So I'm just trying to help João, because he's got a massive future ahead of him, and he's got a lot to learn still at the same time. So any little bit I can do, I would do to help him. And look, it's part of football. You know what I mean? So the manager's got to make a decision, and we'll see what it is. So.
Yeah, I don't think you're the only player either, perhaps giving Xisco a decision or two to make come the next game. Philip Zinkernagel, we were saying in the second goal, he actually had a choice there perhaps to shoot himself, but he very unselfishly played it in towards you and you scored. So yeah, it seems like things are working pretty well between you two on the pitch as well.
Yeah, well, we had a small little game on Sunday, I think it was, after Bournemouth, and we played together, and he gave me 2 assists in that little game. So he knows what sort of runs I'm going to make, and he's always on sort of the half turn, and he knows that we kind of got this understanding. Like I kind of like playing like that when you have sort of the midfielder that as soon as he turns, that's sort of when I make my run and whatnot. And he's found me with a great ball, and probably could have given me another one, but I'll let him off.
Yeah, it seems like everyone slotted in very well tonight. Just looking ahead though, Andre, what now? Because I think the feeling amongst the fans will be, well, hopefully this has unlocked something. Is that how it feels to you?
Look, I think we're a very experienced team. Not too many in this league, but we still know. Like, today wasn't the prettiest. I know you might have looked it from up here, but playing in it was a grind. It's difficult against teams like Wycombe who really work hard and put you under a lot of pressure. And we just got to find ways. So it's not going to be easy. We've got another game on Saturday, and we've still got a few of the big boys to play as well. And a lot of us have been here before, and I know what sort of thing it's like. And we just need to sort of be like a train and just plough through teams. And it's going to be ugly, and sometimes sometimes it's going to be pretty. But it's about grinding the results out, and we've done that a few times the last 6 or 7 games, and that's what it's going to take. We're going to have ups and downs, and we're going to have difficult moments, but we just need to dig in. We're so close, and we need to stay there and just push forward now. Not look at anyone else, and because it's sort of in our own hands, you know what I mean? So yeah, we just need to keep our heads down and just keep going.
Do you think for you personally as well though, perhaps something's been unlocked there? If you did have any mental barriers up, maybe they've been pushed down a bit tonight with the goals you've scored?
Yeah, I hope so, because I never doubted myself before the season started, but like I said, as the season goes on, you start to question if you can put the ball in the net anymore. But I always knew I could. I just needed something to go for me. And look, I've had games where I've had 3 or 4 and the keeper's been man of the match or whatever, and it's part of football. So hopefully it has, and I hope that me and João can carry the torch now and get those sort of decisive goals. But again, it's not down to just us two. It's a whole team, and we're going to have days where we're going to need Isma and Kem and so on, and even the defenders. We need to score a set piece or something like that. You know what I mean? We're not going to go up through playing pretty football for the rest of the season. It's going to get ugly at times. So we just need to dig in there as a team and keep pushing.
You're in a great position though. I think joint second in the table at the time of recording, with Brentford losing tonight to Norwich City. I think the feeling amongst the fans is, this is in our hands. Do you think that's the feeling in the dressing room as well? I mean, by the sounds of it, it certainly is.
It is. Look, it is literally in our hands. It's down to us. We've still got to play the teams around us as well. So it is in our hands, and we're going to have to adapt and dig in, because there's going to be certain games, like I said, where it's going to be difficult for us. But yeah, we just need to literally take every game as it comes. I know it's very cliche to say, but we need to. We need to focus on Saturday now and get 3 points there, and then focus on the game after that. That's all we can do now. I think there's 12, 13 games left.
Yeah.
So there's no point in looking about what ifs and whatever. We need to just focus on the next game.
Yeah, keep moving onwards and upwards. Well, listen, well done today. Thanks for your time. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Well, it was a great night, Tommy, for everyone involved, wasn't it? But particularly Andre Gray.
Yeah, I'm delighted for him. You know, he's had opportunities and not taken them this season. And you know, tonight was one of those. I mentioned it in commentary. It's like a sliding doors. You come in the team, and you either take your opportunity, make the most of it, and score your goals, or you don't. And he's certainly done that tonight.
Yeah, he certainly has. And I suppose, Jono, has he given Xisco a bit of a selection headache now in the process?
You would think so. Very good performance, all-round performance, really. I know he got his 2 goals, but there was sort of link-up play. He was getting in behind, getting hold of the ball. So confidence-wise for him, it will be massive. Like Tommy just said then, for whatever reason, it just hasn't gone for him this season. But there was 2 very composed finishes there tonight. So obviously, João Pedro will be available for the next game, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we saw from the reaction, though, Tommy, from all the players, the way they all went around him and embraced him when he scored the first goal. They've all been really rooting for him as well, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, not just because they'll be relieved for him, but he's put it in the net and they get the win bonus. So that's normal. But I think you know, I've often said it. I think
still happen with bonuses now.
We didn't get any win bonuses, did we? We didn't win enough games. No, I think you can see that the dressing room's delighted for him, but you know, he's got a good goal scoring ratio, and you know, he's a finisher, and he's done that tonight.
It feels unfair picking out individuals, but we should mention Philip Zinchenko, a special night for him tonight with his first start in a Watford shirt. What did you make of him, Jono?
Yeah, I thought he grew into the game. Obviously, the first half, the speed of the game probably caught him out a little bit, but he's still got some nice touches on the ball, getting into good areas. And I think, obviously, the second half, he sort of come into his own, really. Got up the pitch. He even, like the little sort of disguise pass for Andre's second goal was good. He could have had a touch and tried to shoot through bodies, but he kept his composure and the little pass which created the goal. So overall, I think he'll be happy. The sort of appearances he's had before tonight were coming off the bench late on in games, so it's hard to get into a rhythm. But I think he'll be sort of pleased with his game tonight for sure.
Would you say the same, Tommy, as you did for Andre with Philip, in that he had an opportunity tonight and he's taken it and really shown Xisco what he can do from the word go in a game? Yeah,
exactly, and I completely agree with Jono. I think as well, you can't underestimate the difficulty of playing in a role that's not the norm for him. He's a good footballer, so he can play anywhere on the pitch, but normally when he receives the ball, he's facing the play and he's going to come inside away from the touchline. It's a very, very different role when you play in the middle of the pitch, and you know, you've almost got to have eyes in the back of your head for everything that's going on around you. And I agree with John completely that he got better, the game went on, and you know, the little touch for Andre's goal, that was top class. And when, you know, probably if he'd come on as sub, he'd have wanted to get a shot away and score a goal. After an hour's football, he's got his head up and found a pass.
Well, we go again in a matter of days once more, Saturday lunchtime. But I suppose when you're winning, Jono, you know, the recovery won't be as hard as perhaps as when you're losing, put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. They won't mind the next game coming up so quick. Obviously, they'll get in tomorrow, have a bit of a recovery, assess the injuries that they've got, but confidence-wise, they'll be up for the game, I'm sure.
Yeah, I suppose playing Saturday lunchtime now that we're level pegging again with Brentford, who have been beaten by Norwich City this evening, it's a chance for us to go out in front again there.
Yeah, well, it's another opportunity to do what we didn't do last Saturday. So get the points on the board, and it's going to be tight for a long time. So we're constantly going to be on the edge of our seats. But winning games is a great habit to have.
Yep, it certainly is. So long may it continue. Jono, Tommy, thanks for your time this evening in the Hive Live studio. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday lunchtime on Hive Live. We've got a full hour of build-up to the game against Nottingham Forest starting at 11:30. So do join us, watfordfc.com/Hive Live. And hopefully we can add another 3 points to the board as we have tonight. Thanks to those 2 goals from Andre Gray. We see you Saturday lunchtime.
Where are you going? Subscribe here first.